I'm not real sure what to think about that.
Well, it's getting ready to go up right now.
You go do Black Friday?
No.
You know what? I went up this. Somebody told me, man, somebody's got a Nintendo Switch. They're doing them for $129, $990, $95. And I went up there and stood in this line, man. I got up there early as shit. Stood in this line for like ever. And I didn't really want to switch, but I figured, hell, I go stand in line for once. It's going to be that kind of deal. And I got all the way up there, and I had to come find out. Well, I got to the end of it, and they gave me a little cup that had methadone in it. I've been standing in the methadone line all day.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you spending your damn Black Friday, not to be racist about it, but spending the Black Friday here with us, listening to records and stuff, and Jay playing on his phone. What is that? Is that over clouds? Is that your mustache face over clouds?
Yeah.
I don't know how I can weigh in on that any better than right now. Hey, Richard, see if that light's all the way up. I don't think I turned the light all the way up.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, is it in the shot?
No. So yeah, there we go. That's a little better.
Oh yeah.
That's better lighting.
Good stuff.
For better highway lighting. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, man. Eating the turkey, hanging out with your family, he-ing and she-ing, all that good shit.
All that good-ish.
What'd you do, Jay? Did you eat some bird, boy?
A little bit. I'm not a huge turkey eater. I'm just kind of grown
Man.
away from it over the years just because I ate so much of it as a kid growing up or whatever.
You know what I'm thankful for?
What's that?
I was thankful for tonight. We like to watch VHS tapes over here on the program.
Yeah.
Earlier tonight, I was able to finally get that rental copy of Uncle Buck unstuck from out of the VHS over here and ripped it out, and I hung it on the wall, and now we can actually watch VHS shit again.
Oh, sweet. I got one going right now.
I'm really happy about it. It's an H.G. Wells, like what the future is supposed to look like movie. It's all black and white. It's early shit. It's real early. But I'm pretty stoked about it, man. I ain't been able to watch my VHSs in a while because I'm a 78-year-old mentally ill retiree.
There you go.
Yep.
You were off today, right?
I've been off. I've been playing some games.
Cool. Playing records?
Been playing records, been playing games. I want to say last week, I teased the idea that I'll maybe do like a Facebook Live last week. Well, what we ended up doing, we went down to, damn, I didn't bring his picture in, but I'll do it right now. Went down to Raleigh,
North
Carolina, and we did a surprise birthday party for Cameraman. He turned 41 this past weekend.
He's old, man.
And so we went down there, and a lot of Carl the Envelope was down there with us, and Tiffany, and some other folks that we've not seen in a long while. And we hung out in their house, and they all went out to dinner, and then Cameraman came back and opened his front door, and we're all sitting right there at it.
That's awesome, man. That's beautiful.
And his girl hooked him up with a bunch of shit, and one of the things she did was I got to show you guys. If you don't follow us on the Facebook, you should first of all. But this is some stuff that happened, and this is
shenanigans that happened at the.
This has never happened to me. Stand by. So these are cupcakes that had Cameraman's face on them.
Yeah, I was jealous I didn't get to eat one of those.
There's one right in here. You want to eat one?
Maybe.
We'll eat one. And so we had a big old time and grilled some stuff out and had a big old keg of beer, and we didn't quite kill it and woke up the next morning and I was like, all right, grab a cup, assholes.
No, you weren't.
Yes,
Somebody
sir.
probably said that to you.
No, we jumped on it.
Yeah.
We jumped on it, boy.
Awesome.
First thing, we had a good time.
Had a bunch of beer and drove home.
Yeah.
Got drunk and drove home. That's all you did.
Bunch of liquor there. I got him a bottle of tequila and a toy from a dollar store.
Sweet. What was the significance of the toy from the dollar store?
Nothing. It was a military toy. Cameron's a big military buff, and it had to be accurate. This was actually sponsored by Boeing.
Okay.
It had like a
dollar
real
store?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it had a Bradley on it, and it had an F-16. Ron said it was a Harrier.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be an F-16 and a Bradley and some other stuff in it, some little Army guys. It was pretty cool.
I didn't know Ron was a military buff.
He likes that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Very
So it was cool, man, and he enjoyed it and had a big old time down yonder. But in the meantime of all that shit happening,
yeah.
not in the meantime, but
Yeah.
you know, this today is
Today is
Black Friday, and it's also the Black Friday record store whatchamadoodle.
yeah.
I mean, you guys may do that shit. I don't.
It's a lot to keep up with.
It is. And some of the stuff I know some people, some of the stuff it was like there's some U2 shit out there, some Grateful Dead stuff.
Right.
I think I saw some Neil Young. Nothing that just like kind of blew me away. And this is kind of like record store day light.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of what happens. I think 150 titles total got released, where normally it's like 300 and some for like the April shit.
Yeah.
But you know, we went over this. I don't stand in line. I don't do shit like that.
Right. Right.
Paul McCartney, U2, Dave Matthews, Fleet Foxes, Grateful Dead, Eric Church. Oh, come on.
That's like that's the big rush for people getting like people get there at like 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah, and some people are just
For like a record that they might want to only press 500 of maybe or something like that. You know?
Yeah, there's a Run DMC, Back from the Dead, Wes Montgomery, Waylon Jennings. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've never partaked in
the Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock was on there.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool. I've got that digitally. Bill Hicks, Graham Parsons, Big Star's Third, got a press out of there, and I don't know, man. It's cool. I just, you know, I know people enjoy that whole vibe of sitting out there and waiting.
I've never participated in that part of it. Now, when I first got back into vinyl, 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
You were just a wee lad.
I went to, this was back when I guess they first started doing them. They were a really big deal. I think they were like once a year at first. I could be wrong.
I don't think the Black Friday thing was a little more of a recent thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I remember going one in the spring, and I got so many freaking records for like 25 cents. That's what I went there for, and I racked up.
That's the other thing is they usually also do sales on their other shit.
Yeah, like I got that Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here that I got was 25 cents.
Yep. I know a lot of guys, especially local guys, I know for a fact, they use that time to, you know, so people may be interested because they're like, oh, it's a new Tom Petty record or whatever, or Neil Young or somebody that's like, I'm interested in that, I want to go get that. But then at the same time, they're like, hey, by the way, today all our dollar records are 25 cents.
Yeah.
So you come out of there with 50, and now you know what you got?
Yeah.
You got a fucking record collection.
Yeah.
You walked in with like 5 in your collection, and now you've got a record collection.
Yeah, and that's what I did.
That's pretty awesome.
So yeah, that's been my only experience with it. So.
Really, my only experience. I know what Steve does is Steve's down in Georgia. He's going to watch Georgia Tech tomorrow, and want to see his family down there. But I know what Steve does is he'll kind of cruise in late and see.
That's what I did this day. Yeah.
See what's left, and sometimes what's left is kind of the shit he was looking for anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And, what I did, the only thing I've done to record store day is I picked up that Sun record, Kanan. Mm-hmm. There was a record store day release that, you know, that's a very acquired taste. Not everybody's into Sun. And I walked in there like the Monday after. It was still sitting there, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It was, you know, like $17 or something. It wasn't like crazy. It was white vinyl, record store day exclusive, da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, sure. And then I came home and droned it out, bro. Drone.
Yeah, I almost went today as an accident.
You ever drone it out, bro?
No. But I was going to go record shopping today, and I didn't even realize that today was Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't realize it was record store day, so that got nixed. And I just chose to sit around and just do nothing.
Yeah, that's what I did. I gamed today and
Yeah.
listened to music, hung out.
Right on.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right on, dude. I'm losing my voice.
So, are you really?
Yeah.
What do you think it is? You know, something else, it didn't come out today on Record Store Day, but they've been doing these Bowie 10-inch picture disc things, and the next one's going to come out, or 7-inch, I'm sorry. It's coming out in January, The Beauty and the Beast. It's the newest installment of the 40th anniversary picture disc series, due out in January on Parlophone. This 7-inch A-side features a 2017 remastered version of the Hero single with a photo of Bowie in Japan from April of '77. The double A-side features previously unreleased live recordings of Blackout from Bowie's concert at Deutschland Hall, Berlin, 16 May 1978, with a photo of him performing at New York City that same year. You can pre-order the shit, which is going to come out the 5th of January, 2 days past my birthday. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Cool shit. I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal. I don't know how much it costs or whatever. And
Think it'd be pricey?
I don't know what these 7-inches. It's probably pricey for a damn 7-inch. Would be my beef on that. And I've ran into that before. Like I think 7 inches are cool, and I've run into them sometimes. But I'm just like, this is $6.99, and there's like 2 fucking songs.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't know many.
There was some stuff. I saw some Candiria, 7 inches somewhere, and I was like, oh man, Candiria, that's great. And but it was like, they were like $9.99, and I was like, that's 2 songs, man. Yeah. It's cool to collect if you're taking it like it is like a baseball card, and it's something weird and cool to collect, because somebody may not run into this 7-inch much, like you would some other album.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. I can't do that. I just can't do that whole collectory thing. It makes me feel so much better to find something crazy in the wild than it does to go spend some money on something.
Sure. If you don't do that, you wouldn't have to leave your house.
That's true.
You could just collect in your underwear if you wanted to.
Okay. Well, that's a little far. It's a family holiday, Jay.
Just saying. Did you take time to reflect this weekend?
I did. I'm very thankful and very blessed this holiday season, because just in general.
Life in general.
Life in general. We had a big feast, but it's nothing like the feast that was. We listen to a lot of good records tonight, Jay, and it really these records really brought about some very positive vibes in our life.
Sure.
And if you want to hear more about positive vibes and how you can achieve that without music, we got a special service tomorrow morning. You guys come down. We'll have free pizza, Coca-Colas.
That always gets kids there. Free pizza.
We're going to talk about how to stay positive in your life. Hey, speaking of which, we're going to a thing tomorrow.
Huh?
We got some tickets for WrestleCade.
That's right.
We're going to a live pay-per-view wrestling thing that's going to be on Fight TV tomorrow night.
That's right.
Some of the classic old school wrestlers are going to be there, like signing autographs and taking pictures and shit, plus performing.
Yeah, it's a good card.
Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard,
yeah.
Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
Name some names, Jay.
I don't know.
Keep going.
I don't know. Boogie Woogie Man's gonna be
Boogie
there.
Woogie Man.
Jimmy Valiant.
I may rub his beard on my stomach and get a rash.
A lot of those
about
old
it.
NWA guys will be there, which is what we used to watch.
Pretty much anybody who's anybody old school is going to be there.
Anybody that's not dead, basically.
Yeah, and some of them may die tomorrow. We don't know. We're not Jesus Christ. Well,
No, we don't know.
I don't claim to be Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we don't know. They might. I've always thought, I've had this thing about going to see shows. I've been to a lot of good shows in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Seen some very historic bands. And I always think, like, how cool would it be if, like, one of the main people died tonight?
Oh, yeah.
And I got to see him, like, the last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's morbid, I guess.
It is.
But,
it's morbidly obese.
Yeah. Where were we going?
I don't know.
Where were we going
Speaking
with
of
this?
morbidly obese, or just morbid,
Yeah.
David Cassidy died this
Oh
week.
yeah, I heard that.
We got some. I should have played some Partridge shit, man.
Do you have some?
I got a couple.
I was going to text you this week and ask you that.
I got a couple of Partridge records, but you know that really brought me to. I can just pull it out now. Something we played in the mix here tonight. Little Mel Tillis, because Mel Tillis passed away.
He did.
That hit me more than David Cassidy, I promise you.
Yeah, I didn't care about David Cassidy.
This is Mel Tillis and the Statesiders. I didn't realize he performed with a band like this. I don't know much about the Statesiders. This is 74 on MGM. And the name of this album is Stomp Them Grapes. And the picture is Mel with a glass of wine.
I liked this record.
This was good. This was really country in a good kind of way. And he died at 85. He'd had some kind of shit going on.
Well, 85's a good life, though, you know.
Yeah,
he lived a good life.
Yeah, sure.
And then his daughter Pam Tillis did a lot of good stuff too in music.
And you know, he's not just a performer, but an actor. I know him from. This is so funny. I mean, Cannonball Run 2, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
He's in a car with Tony Danza. And, you know, hello. And somebody asks, like, what the hell are you guys? And Mel Tillis is going, whip, 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 whip. And Tony Danza steps in and goes, we're cannonballers. It's one of the best moments ever. I also remember I grew up watching, you know, I was a fishing family. My dad was fished a lot of pro bass fishing tournaments, and I followed his footsteps and fished a lot of bass tournaments. And I grew up watching Bill Dance Outdoors. And if you're remotely familiar with bass fishing, you probably know who Bill Dance is. And Mel Tillis was a regular guest on Bill Dance. So
he could have been Bill Dance's stunt double if they wanted.
Yeah. So there's all these episodes with Mel Tillis in character, so to speak. And the fishing in the back of the boat with Bill Dance, and it was just real funny, their interaction. Those episodes are great.
What's the character?
Just the stuttering country guy.
Was that not really him?
It was him, and that's kind of what. It's funny that he grew up stuttering real bad, which I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. That's why I always related to him. And but he could sing like a sumbitch.
Yeah.
When he was singing, he was cool.
For sure.
And so, but when he was like normal, he was stuttering like a sumbitch. And but yeah, he was a very humble guy that was very appreciative and really known, aside from being a great performer, was a songwriter and had numerous top 10 hits that he wrote. Probably the most famous would be the Kenny Rogers in the first edition, Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town, which is, you know, a phenomenal song, mega song, and that's all Mel Tillis, man.
Cool.
So, man, God rest ye merry gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they say.
What did he die? Tennessee?
No, I think it was cancer. What'd you say? I got a case of Tennessee in my lower third's got a case of the Tennessee. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'll be honest with you.
All right, you gotta put that lyric in a song.
A case of the lower Tennessees. Yeah.
And Malcolm Young died this week.
Malcolm Young died.
Yeah.
You know, I almost forgot, and I know you guys are gonna give me shit. You know why I almost forgot? Because I don't give a shit about AC/DC. But you know,
my dad's the one that broke the news of that one to me on that one. Jake, who's this Malcolm Young guy?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. How old was he? You know,
64.
64.
Pretty young, or I think 64.
Yeah.
He was pretty young.
What he died of?
Parkinson's or dementia, Parkinson's.
Parkinson's.
He basically had the brain of like a 90-year-old, something like that.
You're telling me you've heard any of his riffs? How many ACD riff combinations can you make, man? Of course he had Parkinson's.
Come on, dude.
Dun, 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 dun. Saturday, 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 Saturday. I'm just saying, God rest his soul, man. Maybe there's a good guitar teacher in heaven, is all I'm saying. I'm sure there are. Hendrix is up there, man. You can learn a couple things from Hendrix, for shit's sake. Like,
knocking on heaven's door.
No. No. But you know, God bless him, man. He was a great rock guitarist, and we're sure gonna miss him. Whatever. All right, let's talk about the shit that we played tonight.
Let's do it.
We played some Black Friday mixed in kind of shit, but we didn't really do a set or anything. And I know we've done a lot of like Black Friday playlists, like back in the day where we played
Black metal. It's metal.
Black metal. We played a shit ton of Black Friday stuff in the past, but we didn't do all that jazz. We just kind of spiced some stuff in. This was something. Cameron was in town last night. Him and his girl came over, and we were hanging out, and I put on some Earth. That's some good background music for me. Primitive and Deadly. We listened to this not too long ago, but it's, I mean, just a phenomenal record.
Right.
So I kind of left that on the table overnight, and that's what we started the show with.
That?
Clean and Crisp. Okay. Yeah.
What do you think?
Uh-oh. What do we got? We got a prayer request?
Yeah, someone wants me to release the demons from their soul.
Really?
Yeah.
Because folks, I don't think I mentioned this, but tonight, Jay is taking prayer requests.
Well, I'll take any kind of request you want. If you want to hear a song or something like that.
Hang on. Jay's prayer line is open. So if you want to get on this action, 336-330-1516. That number again, 336-330-1516.
And if we like your request,
oh, here we go.
Oh, it's the vinyl demons from their soul is what they want.
Oh,
sorry.
This is like an exorcism type thing?
Yes.
Okay. What do we got to do?
But if we like your request, we might read it on the show.
Okay. We'll read them on the show.
Yeah.
Phone them in.
And
Text it in.
And if we read your request on the show, I will send you a prize.
Oh, he won't send you anything. Jay won't send you anything.
I'll send you tickets to WrestleCade. How about that?
He'll send you a hard time. I tried to give away the tickets to the RV show that time, and nobody
appreciates that kind of stuff, you know?
No. I mean,
I wouldn't want to go to RV show either.
Don't you love the open road, goddammit? I mean, it's just you and the road and like your leather wheel.
No lie though, when I was a kid and they had these RV shows, I thought they were like RV, like car shows, like when they judge them for the
all jacked up with big motors.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Like, I didn't think it was a trade show. I thought it was like a first place, second place, third place type show.
Mine's so big it won't get in the Coliseum. First place! Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, let's talk about what we played tonight. Oh, we already started it.
Yeah, we already started.
Secondly, also, pull that little Jimmy Castor bunch. Always makes me think of the Bossman. This is not the Bertha's Big Butt Boogie, but it's just begun, which I don't know, it's 72, but this is the one that's got troglodyte on it, which I have a 45 of that guy, and funky big.
It's on the Dynaflex though.
Yeah, it's super Dynaflex record.
Yeah.
Terrific shape, but I mean that record, you feel like you sneeze on this fucker and it'll never play on your turntable again. That's the impression I get about it.
Yeah, I've got. Did Bowie put a lot of those out?
I got some Nielsen ones. Any of that RCA stuff.
I hated RCA. Well, I hate
RCA. Probably, if it wasn't first edition, any edition after their first ones were going to be Dynaflex in the 70s for sure. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't care much.
This is actually my record. We talked about this not too long ago. Back in Black.
Yeah.
There's a couple of tracks that like I wouldn't kick out of my motorhome, but
right.
I mean, you know,
everybody should own it.
I think what's wrong with this record for me is how much classic rock radio has bludgeoned me over the head with it for so long.
Every song on here has been on classic rock radio.
That's probably my beef. Is that it's too.
Oh no, I get that for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I tell anybody like yourself that knocks AC/DC, I just say go back and listen to the stuff from the mid-'70s.
Good Bon Scott stuff, bro. Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time somebody told me about, I don't like AC/DC. Oh, Bon Scott, bro. Oh my God.
It's a lot better.
No, you don't understand. If you go back to the Bon Scott years,
you'd like it, and you said you've heard it yourselves. It's not bad.
These are the these are the same people. Like, well, you don't understand until you have kids. No. When I had a kid, no, it's different. You can't. No.
I can guess who told you that. I can think of one person that told you that. Wait, I have kids. It does change.
Just eat them.
I don't have to tell you things are bad.
I want to play jazz record, an LP record. And man, I was like, you know what? I was thinking about this a little earlier this week. How good I love the Paul Desmond solo stuff. This is Take 10. If you've never heard this record, it's 63 on RCA. Speaking of RCA, it's terrific. It's Paul Desmond all day long. Unmistakable horn sound, and of course, from Dave Brubeck, and he really continues that tradition. Sounds great, very relaxing, very chill record. Something you really move and groove to on the low end, low tip. You puff you a little cigar, take you a little sip of your brandy. Think about your life, son. Think about your life.
The thing I always liked, I think I'm sure I've said it on here before, about these old jazz records are like it tells a story on the back about the record.
I love that, yeah. Terrific.
That's really cool.
That's some good shit. This is something dig of the week from last week. The Mastodon's first record, Remission. Me and Jay have been watching some Mastodon videos this week. Good stuff, man. I love Mastodon. Of course, I played with them on Thanksgiving night, ironically enough.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was Thanksgiving night. Was that in Atlanta, right?
In Atlanta with Slayer and Killswitch Engage. That would have been 2005.
All those bands on that one bill, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was 5 L's, then Mastodon, then Killswitch Engage, then Slayer.
Hold on. What's wrong?
Yeah. Which is why we got booed. But I feel better now because I've actually watched the documentaries where they're like, oh no, all Slayer shows you boo the first bands. And I'm like, oh, okay. I was cool with it anyway, but I think that's pretty funny. So I picked up the first one last week, Remission. Solid stuff. Not near as proggy.
No, very metalish.
Lamented Jay.
Not very metalish.
Not as proggy, not as psychedelic, much more straightforward rock metal record, but they really do a good job of it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Mastodon, but it's cool to see kind of where they came from, where they're figuring it out, and you know, you can sense and feel the progression as you go across the records, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I very much would agree with that.
Yeah, and some bands I don't care for feeling or sensing their progression. Mastodon has a very organic lineage that you can really kind of feel as they're going through as human beings, and you know, like this one's more proggy, this one's more psychedelic, and then as the last record comes out, it's kind of a little bit of all of that, with a little bit hinting back to the first record, so it's like it's heavy too. So it's cool to see folks do that. And speaking of cool, pulled out a little Dougie Fresh. The original Human beatbox.
Good.
Just wanted that one track, man. I just felt like playing that one damn track. Something to just really just kind of keep the party moving. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit.
That was good stuff there.
Yeah, I really dig that. And then of course we can't have a Black Friday. Oh, you know what we didn't play tonight?
What's that?
Holy shit.
Jump.
Arlo's Restaurant. Alice's Restaurant, Arlo Guthrie.
Maybe after the show.
We've never not played that on Black Friday. Holy shit. I meant to do it early and kind of get it over with, for lack of a better term.
We'll find it and play it.
But this is another one we always play. Off of Katie Lod, Steely Dan, Black Friday, of course, the seminal Black Friday song, even though it has nothing to do with shopping for stupid TVs.
No. That leak, TVs that leak.
This one's an Omega. I got an Omega TV. It's leaking all over my carpet, says Ozzy.
It's a Gary.
A Gary. Gary Incorporated. Wait a minute. I didn't know Spalding made TVs.
That sounds like the punchline for a bad 80s stand-up comedian.
And I said to the waiter, I can't even reach my answer machine. My answer machine won't even turn on. The guy said, what brand is it? And I said, it's a Spalding. Oh, Spalding answering machine. That's, I always thought it'd be cool to name a band Jerry's Machine. Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh.
There's a few episodes where it's all about his answer machine.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry's Machine.
Okay.
Hang on, give me a minute. I got to check my machine.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Jerry's
No, I
Machine.
know. I know.
I wouldn't put that together. But.
You know, speaking of the black theme,
Yeah.
what about the Man in Black? Pulled out little Johnny Cash, man.
Yeah, this was
What's
good.
the name of that album? It's a double LP. Kind of the best
The
of.
Heart of Johnny Cash.
The Heart of Johnny Cash.
It's old, though. This is...
Yeah. It's got Folsom Prison Blues on it. It's got Ring of Fire, I think. It's got, but it doesn't have my favorite Cash song, which is, you know what it is?
Mm-mm.
Sunday Morning Coming Down.
Yeah. I don't see a date. I'm trying to put a date on here, but...
What's the name of it again?
The Heart of Johnny Cash. But, yeah.
Hang on, I'll bust you out a year real quick.
I'm going to say 64, 63.
68 on Columbia. It's the 29th overall album released by country singer Johnny Cash, released in 68. In essence, it's a compilation album, although a handful of new recordings were included. That's pretty cool.
So he probably had to put a record out under contract.
Probably. And did it in between pill and alcohol fits.
Yep.
Also a dig of the week from last week, the newest record from Red Fang, Only Ghost. Terrific sounding stuff. Stoner Rocky kind of stuff. Good. I'm a big Red Fang fan. I don't know if it's my favorite Red Fang. But I was happy to pick it up for what I picked it up for. Relapse Records. It came from last year. Fairly well respected record from last year.
Record of the year, right?
No.
Thought one's a couple
Look on the back. Very anticipated. Right?
No, but I thought I read somewhere that
It's possible.
This was
I don't know.
voted record of the year.
I don't know if I would say it's a record of the year type candidate. It's good.
Maybe I didn't read that.
Worst.
Maybe I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. It's quite
And
possible.
finally, before we started the show, pulled out a little Zappa. I'm trying to pull out more Zappa. I love Zappa, and I always forget to play it, for Christ's sakes. And I pulled out One Size Fits All and played side one, which is just terrific stuff. Really love this record, Jay. I like playing it.
It's all right, I guess. I'm not a big fan.
No, I don't like Zappa.
I'm not that. What do you call it? Weird? No.
I don't know,
No,
man.
not weird.
I don't know, man.
It's deep music.
It ain't deep.
Yeah,
Ain't
my
nothing
God,
deep
yes
about
it is
You
too.
don't think it's deep?
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
hard.
you mean the hard to listen to?
Yeah.
Yeah, at times. I could see that. So that's kind of
Like
what.
avant-garde, you know? Like,
Yeah. Where's that? Did you pull your black?
No, I
record?
got it down here. I was going to do it.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't have any digs this week because I refused to go out today.
Well, of course.
So I didn't really get a chance to.
You know, I pulled some stuff out this week that some stuff was left over from the record store last week when I spent so much damn money.
Are we doing our digs now?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go grab mine.
Oh, go grab yours, Jay. And some of mine are some stuff I picked up this week. In some thrift stores. So I got a mix of record store and I got a mix of thrift store. And oh, you guys, be sure to not tune away before we get to Chip Chat, because you guys know what I got coming. If you know this program, you know what's coming tonight. I can feel it coming in my oh, jorts.
Jorts.
Yeah.
What's wrong with jorts?
Nothing. I think that's what Jesus was wearing under the table when they had that meal. JesusWearsJorts.com. Buy that right now.
I'm all about it.
Go Daddy. Go Daddy. Go Daddy, go.
Who thought of that name, Go Daddy?
I mean, you got Jay.
Go Daddy, go Daddy, go, 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 go. Like 4.
Okay, do one.
I brought, on the theme of Black Friday, the very best of the Grateful Dead. Actually, It's called What a Long Strange Trip It's Been, the best of the Grateful Dead.
We'll hear more about this later.
Black Peter is one of the songs on here.
Inappropriate. Why does that make me think of Sean Kemp?
Oh, gosh. I probably should have thought that through before I brought that over.
Yeah.
But anyway. Black Peter. Oh, I brought Van Halen. This is off OU812, Black and Blue.
Is that a single or something?
It's a song on the record called Black and Blue.
Oh.
That's
That's OU812 though.
Yeah.
I don't have that
Black and Blue.
Van Halen.
It's hard to find.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've never ran across it.
Used to be. It's not like it used. It's not quite as
Just
hard. As
jerking around. I've never ran into it.
Yeah.
So I would pick up for a couple of bucks. I wouldn't go out of my way for it, but I would.
Cat's been chewing on this one. Yeah. But yeah, I like this record.
So I went into a thrift store this week, Goodwill, and they literally had a couple of tubs in there, all Christmas records and religious records, and the couple of neat covers that I saw, there was a Herb Albert in there. A couple of things that I was actually interested in when I picked it up. How often does this happen to you? The cover's empty, so I was like, shh. But one thing, it didn't have a cover at all. It was actually floating around without a cover, and I just grabbed this sleeve to put it in. Was something I've been looking for a long time, in any regard for this band, is a Best of Strawberry Alarm Clock. And it's not in the best shape. I mean,
But you got it at a Salvation or Goodwill.
This is 49 cents. Best of Strawberry Alarm Clock.
It's definitely playable.
It's a uni release. Came out, and of course it's got Crimson and Clover on it. Not Crimson and Clover. Incense and Peppermint. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Which I've been kind of looking for this record, to be honest. I found the big Strawberry Alarm Clock record, and every time I see it, it's like 25, 30 bucks.
Oh yeah.
It's 69 uni record. I was trying to, when I see this label, every time I see this label, I know this label, and I can never think of who it is. Uni.
So it's like a sub branch of a major label.
I don't know. It's a good. Universal City Recordings.
It might be.
But I see that swirly guy, and I know what it is, but I can never remember what it is. So I'm stoked to have finally a Strawberry Alarm Clock record in the collection.
Okay.
Put that guy on there.
Yeah, cool.
In another thrift store, I found this. This is very, very interesting. I saw this. It says, "Get these elephants out of here." And have these. That's what it's kind of kids. It said the Mitchells, red, whitey, and blue with guest artist Andre Previn. But I noticed at the top, it's got Metro Jazz as the label.
Okay, so it's probably not a kid's.
It's not. And so I looked it up, and this is interesting. This is early. So hold this guy up while I read this thing. This is bassist Whitey Mitchell, and he's the leader of this fascinating 1958 studio session. Features his better-known older brother Red Mitchell on piano and bass, trumpeter Blue Mitchell, no relation, pianist Andre Previn, baritone saxophonist Pepper Adams, trombonist Frank Reichert, and drummer Frank Capp. One of just 2 dates recorded as a leader by Whitey Mitchell. Prior to his early retirement from jazz, plenty of inspired moments on this date. Red's 3 originals, including the amusingly titled "Get Those Elephants Out of Here," their mother's favorite quip to get her sons to remove the basses from her living room. That's where that "Get the Elephants Out of Here" thing comes from.
That's cool.
This is a lively feature for 2 basses is what it is. So that sounds pretty cool.
Dueling bass.
Yeah. So these 2 brothers are just getting down and getting crazy on here.
That's cool.
What kind of spurred my interest, and it was worth a little bit of money, for what it is, and it's in pretty decent shape. Nice variety of stuff. But it says, long out of print, this Metro Jazz LP will be extremely challenging to acquire. This was like an AllMusic article or some shit.
Okay.
So I saw that at the end, and I'm like, well, hold on, wait a minute.
Better get it then.
I should probably pick it up. Because I was worried it was going to be a little too big bandy,
Yeah.
a little too early jazz.
Yeah.
Not that I don't like that stuff, but it's starting to limit on space.
So
And I
easy
can't
to
just get
find.
everything.
Yeah.
But this is something apparently that's not going to be an easy thing to find. So that's pretty cool. So we'll check it out, and if it sucks, I guess I'll stick it on the shelf and probably
hold
never
on to
touch
it.
it again, and then worry about how much space I got.
Well, no, it says hold on to it though if you got one.
Yeah, or I could trade it for a bar of gold later.
If
You have a
gold-
record album you want to talk about?
If gold comes down that low.
Yeah.
Let's not hope that doesn't. Let's hope for Pete's sake it stays where it's at or increases.
I'm hoping for Christ.
We played Alice in Chains. This is Black Gives Way to Blue.
Love this record, man.
Yeah, this is the one from about 6 or 7 years ago.
It's their first one back after Lane died.
Yes, their first one back. Because they've been touring for a while. I actually saw them a few years before this record came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, they hadn't really missed a beat, since they've gotten back together and did everything. So with the new singer,
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
it's a good record.
I would probably be the first one to poo-poo it.
Oh,
it's
sure,
not Lane
sure.
Staley. But it's actually really good music. So I can't really say a whole lot
It
to
sounds
that.
like Alice in Chains.
Yeah, it really does. It really sounds like the next evolution of Alice in
Yeah,
Chains.
their-
I mean, they ain't
Their
nothing wrong with that.
sound has a big part of them. So.
So in that same thrift store I was in, I picked up this. This is another one that's just like, wait a minute, what is this? It's on the Premier label, Eddie Costa and Art Farmer. Now Art Farmer, I have to say, that's the cat I really knew. So I picked it up and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Now it seemed really early. There's one on here called Nature Boy.
Woo!
Oh, there's a song called Nature Boy on here.
I'm just a nature boy. Talking.
There's also a
about
song
nature
called Stretch in
boy.
F.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool. So this was actually, I think it's recorded in '57. This one came out.
Yeah, this looks old.
Yeah, this has got it's the quintet. It's got Phil Woods, Art Farmer, Teddy Kostick, and Kotick, and Paul Modian on drums.
It smells like it came out of a.
Couldn't find a bunch of shit about this.
Smells like it came out of a library.
Oh, that old record smell,
Yeah.
man. I wish if they sold that shit, man, I'd spray that shit on my neck till it gave me a rash. I like getting rashes because I like having stuff to pick at. Sometimes I start getting poison ivy and I almost get a little bit excited because I know for a couple of days I'm going to have me something to pick at for a little bit,
You're
Jay.
crazy, man. You're crazy, man.
You're crazy, Perry. You're crazy.
Harry.
I didn't point no BB gun, no girl. I didn't point no BB gun, no girl. How many you got left?
Just one.
Well, I'll do one.
Okay.
That same thrift store.
Okay.
There's 2 jazz records, right?
Yep.
Legit jazz records.
Yep.
Also found this record in there, Revenge of the Killer Bees. And I saw this. I'm like, oh shit, is this a laser disc? Then I realized this is a Warner like B-side collection. Think that No Alternative or
Sure,
the
sure,
B-side things.
Oh, yeah.
The bands on here, it says, attention collectors, the bees are back, straight from the hive of hits. Those hard-to-find tracks from Aztec Camera, the B-52s, Marshall Crenshaw, Depeche Mode, Echo and the Bunnymen, Fleetwood Mac, Kid Creole and the Coconuts, Madonna, Pretenders, Rankin Fowle, Talking Heads, and Tom Verlaine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, check that out.
A compilation for 49 cents.
Yeah, this is the follow-up. They did one before, but it's got a bunch of these just killer stuff, and it's all like B-sides and stuff that hadn't been released previously. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out. It's not really, when I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, I bet this is worth like $2,500. And it's not. It's not really worth that much money. But that's in tremendous shape. If you pull that record out, look at that record. It looks tremendous. And a cool cover.
Oh, that's in the plastic. I ain't gonna pull it.
No, that's all right. But it's got some cool stuff on it. That'd be interesting to check out. Especially
that's cool, yeah.
I was in a bumfuck area in a Salvation Army in a place where, I mean, it just, you know, you're not going to find stuff like that. And you do.
Oh, yeah, you're up in the middle of nowhere, huh?
That's the...
Was that in T-ville?
Yeah, that's the rule of life
not
right
really
there.
BF
No, but look at who's on there. But look at who's on there.
Oh, yeah, just true.
This is not Herb Alpert. It's not Boston. It's not
records there.
Yeah. I have in the midst of all this, just, you know, those big folding collections of big band jazz and Christian and Christmas records. There was 2 good jazz records and an alt-rock, college rock record from the 80s.
You
Can't go wrong
there,
there,
You know how
man.
we're in, like, the Bible Belt, obviously.
Yeah.
And so we go into any thrift store, and it's probably 50% gospel records.
I'd posed this question before if it's like that up north.
Yeah, is it like that or out west? I mean, California, I guess, do they have Goodwill out there?
I've actually done this on the show before.
Yeah.
Where I've asked, is that what you guys see when you go out there?
Because it's kind of like it's so regionalized. Like country records, you can find country records all day for 50 cents to $1 around
I think
here. But is it like that out west?
The cats up north and out west will see more of, rather than like the Gaither Trio, they'll run into stuff like Bing Crosby or Lawrence Welk or things like that. The easy listening that appeals to that same crowd, that same demographic, but in a different place.
Yeah.
Here would be all gospel stuff.
Yeah.
But out there, it's more easy listening, I think. But it's the same vibe. It's the same shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could like get creative, and you could have a whole like room full of Christian records.
Yeah.
Like,
I do, Jay.
that'd be something cool to start collecting, like Christian. Yeah, from all the Goodwill, like buys me Christian records.
No.
They have some of the best covers though. Like, no joke.
Yeah. Hey, do one.
I got one more.
Okay.
This is your record.
Oh.
But I meant to bring it. Kiss Alive.
Oh, yeah.
They have Black Diamond. We usually play Black Diamond, but for time purposes, we didn't tonight. So, yeah.
Due to time constraints, we move ahead to the third quarter.
That's like ESPN at 3 o'clock in the morning.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
Oh, gosh. But Black Diamond, though, from Black Friday. Did you lower your head to say that? You had to get, that's like you gotta get the character to say that.
Yeah, that takes a little bit. I'll be honest, that takes a little bit.
Oh, it's a good impression, though.
Yeah. So these last 2 things I got actually came from the record store proper. And this first jam here, my first jammy, is it's a Jeff Beck group that I don't have.
Jethro Beck?
This is with the Jan Hammer group.
Sweet.
It's a live album released in '77 on Epic. It's weird because there's no precise dates for the recordings. So the tour began in '76, ended in February '77, 117 shows. So I guess they took some from the other. But Beck mixed this along with other recordings at Alan Toussaint's studio in New Orleans. Then Jan Hammer decided to mix the album himself and did so with Dennis Weinrich at Scorpio Sound in London. The stereo spectrum of this album duplicates the stage setup with the guitar positioned center right, keyboard center left, violin right, and drums and bass center. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I don't like a lot of live records.
For $1,
That was
man.
cheap. That was $1.99 maybe.
Yeah, $1.99.
That was Hippo. Hippo had that for $1.99. I think Jeff Beck is one of those, because I've watched that live at Ronnie Scott's with that hot young bass player he's got. I'm sorry, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
No, I think she was 19 when she played that, so fuck off. But yeah, I think Beck would be a good, and any prog fusion players live, it's a pretty good bet. If it's like Shit Stains heavy metal classics recorded live at blah blah blah,
Yeah.
you're rolling your dice here.
Yeah.
Fusion, jazz, prog players live, they're probably going to be pretty spot on. Let's be honest. Something I'm very excited to add to my collection for the final dig of the week tonight. American Beauty. It's a record that it's escaped me for a really long time, and to be honest, it's only my second Dead record, and the other one I have is Working Man's Dead, which came out just a few months before this.
Yep.
The only time the Dead ever released two that close together. And so the guy that wrote these songs with Jerry, what's his name? What is his name?
Robert something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Robert Hunter.
Yeah, Robert Hunter. He was basically the member that didn't get credit.
They were on such a roll,
wasn't
and
famous from
that's kind of where this whole shit came from. But unlike some of the other songs, saw some other input from members of the band. I know Pigpen had some input on some of the shit in there, and just some other guys. That Bob Weir and Phil Lesh, Box of Rain, that kind of. So it wasn't just Jerry and Robert.
No, this is a great, it flows real well, and it's kind of a real happy sounding record.
I have this digitally, and I'm a big fan of it, but I've never owned it on vinyl, and I'm pretty stoked to have this.
Like Friend of the Devil's kind of a bluegrassy sounding.
Yep.
So it's kind of.
And it's this wasn't crazy. What was it, $7.99?
I think so.
You know,
Yeah,
I've never seen it. So
I got mine at a record show. So
really,
yeah. So I mean, they're not that commonplace.
Did you pay a lot for it?
$10.
Okay.
A couple of years ago. I mean,
So that's right.
not the best of shape though. I mean,
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm really happy to have that.
Yeah. Cool record.
So that was what we had for Dig of the Week. So we're going to take a quick break. We got a Soda Speak and Chip Chat coming up. You guys, if you know this program, you know what's coming up for Chip Chat. You know what it is. You're going to want to stay tuned. So we'll be right back after this quick commercial message.
Holidays, holidays. During Sears 2-day holiday kickoff, doors open early at 8 a.m. with exciting values and gift ideas throughout the entire store. Something special like this touch control Kenmore microwave for fast cooking, now only $149.99. Or the Hamilton Beach ME food processor, compact, powerful, and versatile. Our lowest price of the year, only $29.99. Hurry, on sale now.
There's more for your life
Opens at 8 a.m.
at Sears. Holidays, holidays.
During Sears 2-day holiday kickoff, doors open early at 8 a.m. with exciting values and gift ideas throughout the entire store. Something special like this touch control Kenmore microwave for fast cooking, now only $149.99. Or the Hamilton Beach ME food processor, compact, powerful, and versatile. Our lowest price of the year, only $29.99. Hurry, on sale now.
There's more for your life
Opens at 8 a.m.
at Sears.
Hello, I'm Ed Prentice. You know, even more than your guests, your family deserves real butter. Right now we're having some family fun, butter baking a turkey.
Mommy, why do we put butter all over the turkey?
To keep them from drying out.
Then put butter on the drumstick, too.
Mm-hmm. Lots of butter makes them golden brown.
Gosh, I'll bet he's going to be good.
Ah, wait till some, dear. Now we dip this cheesecloth in melted butter and wrap him up.
To keep him warm?
No, so it'll be juicy and tender.
Oh.
Now he's ready to bake ever so slowly. Only 300 to 325 degrees.
Will he be ready soon?
No, Daddy. Bake him slowly so it'll stay plump, juicy, and tender.
Oh! Now every half hour we'll take a peek and baste him with butter, of course.
He looks so big.
And he'll stay big because butter keeps him from drying out and losing juices.
That's right. This Special American Dairy Association method keeps your turkey from shrinking in the oven. A turkey can lose as much as 1/3 of its weight if it isn't properly roasted.
This sure is a big drumstick, Daddy.
You know, Mary, this is one of the juiciest turkeys we've ever had.
It's terrific.
Of course, it's butter baked.
Why don't you get your family together and have fun butter baking a turkey? Remember, even more than your guests, your family deserves real butter.
Problem page. I've got problem perspiration. The hotter it gets, the wetter I get. I spend all summer bathing in perspiration.
Dear dripping wet, take my advice and use Mitchum. It's one product specially made for problem perspiration. You'll be surprised how effective it is.
Dear problem page, Mitchum's changed my life. I can't believe it. I'm a new person.
Mitchum for problem perspiration.
Tomorrow morning, every Kmart in America will open at 8 a.m. for a Thanksgiving sale. Check your Kmart circular. You'll find pages of great gift values for every person on your list. The nationwide Thanksgiving sale. Tomorrow only, starting at 8 a.m. at the Kmart near you.
Kmart, we've got it and we've got it good. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. I'll teach him everything that I know. My buddy and me like to climb up a tree. My buddy and me, we're the best friends it could be. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me.
My Buddy from Play School.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you hanging with us late on a Friday night, a Black Friday night, Jay. We've been having a big old time here, man. Yeah. Listen, record albums, talking crap, being all
BS and stuff.
Being all BSing and whatnot. So we got only thing we got left, man. I'm stoked to get to this chip chat. It's my favorite chip chat of the year, and we're getting there. But first, we got a little soda speak.
Yeah.
This is kind of I don't want to say a layup, so to speak, but this is something that's been on my chest for a little while.
It's on your heart. You gotta let it out.
It's been on my heart. I've released this out as a special unspoken for a couple of times. As a culture, as Americans, I think we have turned into a very Sprite-based culture. I think Sprite has become gained traction in what we would call an urban marketplace. Sprite has become kind of an it soft drink for, it's also become kind of your go-to. Mom says you've had too many Cokes. You should have a Sprite. It doesn't have any caffeine. My stomach's it's hurting a little bit. I don't have any ginger ale. Have a Sprite. Sprite has no caffeine. Sprite, Sprite, Sprite. That's all you hear about. Sprite.
I don't
Nowadays.
hear about all this, but yeah.
Where in history did we go wrong where we stopped talking about 7-Up? Because personally, growing up, we were much more of a 7-Up family. I loved the commercials with the Uncola guy, the African-American gentleman, kind of an island type guy. Ha ha, 7-Up. Never had it, never will. Ha ha ha. You remember that guy? You don't remember the 7-Up guy?
No. I remember the Make 7-Up Yours. That was a clever campaign.
Yeah.
That was kind of a couple years ago. Maybe a little bit longer, but.
This guy. Hang on.
No, I don't remember.
I'm bringing him in. I got to bring him in.
I know who that is, but.
Who is that?
He's an actor. Isn't that the guy from Annie?
Is that racist? You being racist?
No.
Okay. I don't know. Hang on.
Casey?
You guys remember this guy from the 7-Up? From some of you older fuckers, 7-Up back in the early 80s. You know, he never had it. Ha, ha, ha. Never will. I think it's something about the caffeine. Never had it, never will.
Isn't that Bernie Casey, though?
I don't know. But that never, for some reason, 7-Up kind of fell out of favor. And you know, here on the program, during the week, I think all of us, me, you, and Feeve, we're all diet soda guys.
Oh, yeah.
I don't drink regular sodas because
Haven't in years.
I'm fat anyways. I'd be 500 pounds.
Right.
So not too long ago, I picked up a diet 7-Up. Okay? Let me tell you what.
Tell me what. Tell me all about it.
Not only will this wipe the ass of Diet Sprite, this will wipe the ass of regular Sprite. Because regular Sprite tastes like freaking clear corn syrup pancake fodder.
You said wipe the ass of
Yeah.
Sprite. Does that mean it's better than Sprite or it's worse than Sprite? Because wiping the ass means probably you're down below.
When's the last time you've had a 7-Up or a Diet 7-Up?
Years.
I'm telling you. This is where it's at. If you're going for a non-caffeine, non-sugar lemon lime soda, Diet 7-Up is your mama.
It's pretty good.
You like that better than Sprite? I like it better than Sprite.
I'm not a big fan of
lemon
Sprite.
lime.
Well, Sprite.
I think Sprite leaves a lot to be desired.
Those
7-Up
cherries,
is
yeah.
where it's at. Let's bring it back. You guys get on board. I can't toe this line myself. I think it's a valid thing to jump onto. 7-Up is a terrific soda. My dad liked mixing George Dickel with it. And that's why we always had 7-Up around, which made me drink a lot of it as a kid, because it was a soda my dad kept around so he could mix it with whiskey.
Yeah.
And it's good for that too.
Sure.
But it's just a terrific.
And we're not even getting money for this.
No. Jay, you brought over some chips tonight. I'm going to look these up.
Yeah, I did.
Where'd you find these?
The gas station next to my house. I actually was working there last
Holy
week.
shit. These are based out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
And known as the official snack of hip-hop.
Okay. These things called Rap Snacks. We went in there, or not we, I went in there.
Yeah.
And they've got about 4 or 5 different flavors. And
Okay.
I'm guessing, I don't know much about it, but I'm guessing that they signed these wrappers on and probably it's their favorite chip maybe or something like that. Maybe their favorite flavor or something.
I can hip you a little bit to what's going on here.
Sure, please do.
Rap Snacks, known as the official snacks of hip-hop. Gone are the days of Cracker Jack-like prizes in your cereal. With the new Rap Snacks, you can scan the back of the bag and win unreleased songs from artists featured on the all-new Rap Snacks bag. So you go scan the QR code and actually get a track. That's pretty cool. Rap Snacks is looking to engage with our customers by encouraging you to upload your experience with Rap Snacks with video content using our hashtag Rap Snacks I Got Chips. That's a very long and confusing hashtag. But there's several different flavors. And I don't know any of these guys. We got Romeo something or other, Fabulo New York, Migos, Little Boosies, and Petty Wap.
Yeah, Fetty Wap. Yeah.
Fetty Wap.
Yeah, this is the one I got. I just judged them for the flavor.
Yeah, sure, of course. We don't
I
know
just
the
picked
shit.
a flavor that looked pretty decent.
That's pretty cool, and apparently they're headquartered in. Hold those guys up. Do you hold them up?
Well, I was going to open them first.
Okay.
But this has Locust Grove, Georgia, down here.
Okay.
So, but listen, you want to hear how professional this company is?
Let's get on it.
If you want to email them, should I say their email address in the air?
Sure, you can.
It's Rap Snacks Marketing. This is a major corporation at gmail.com.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It's not an AOL address. I think we're winning if it's not an AOL.
But probably operating on a small budget, you know.
Put me on my Lycos, son.
But these are honey jalapeno.
That's a great flavor combination.
Get you one. Yeah, I was curious to see what this is.
So it's like a thin, honey barbecue. A lot of shit on there.
Oh my Lord.
Light and crispy, fluffy, tons of shit on the chip. Like maybe more than any other chip I've ever seen.
Reminds me of a Wise. A Wise barbecue.
Yep. That's like a spicy Wise barbecue.
Spice on the back end.
There's the honey.
It's an interesting chip.
It's a very good chip. It's hot as shit.
Interesting. Very interesting.
And lots of stuff. I mean,
yeah.
I can't explain how much shit is on here.
Yeah, that's probably... Yeah, that's a lot.
That's the most I've ever seen on a chip, maybe.
Probably not.
But, Jay...
You think these are good for you? With all those chemicals on chips?
This time of year, Jay, what do we do here on the program?
Well...
Take everything I had left over from Thanksgiving and make Thanksgiving leftover nachos. I can't tilt these down enough because they'll fall off. So this year, what I've got is turkey, dressing, turkey gravy, and threw some cheese whiz on there because I cheated because we didn't have macaroni and cheese. Also cheated and put some scallions on there this year. I mean, these are... I'm gonna actually have to... I'm gonna take a picture of these before I get into them. I'll be honest with you.
I think...
You gonna get some, Jay?
No, I'm not.
Come on, Jay.
But...
What's your beef against leftover nachos?
In all seriousness, though...
Yeah.
I really think you could do something with that.
You think so? Truck food.
Yeah. That looks freaking professional.
Of course it does.
What kind of chips are those you're using?
I always use for my leftover nachos, I use the Utz multigrain chips, tortilla chips, because for the harvest, we're celebrating the harvest, so I want to do that.
Are we?
So we got turkey.
Oh, yeah.
Dressing. Of course, everything's falling off, so I'm trying to pick one up. Turkey, dressing, gravy, cheese, onion. No.
Explain to me where the scallions come into play.
They don't. It just popped in my head. I thought for a nacho, that's something I was kind of missing, was a little something from that side of things.
Good one, jalapeno.
True. Could have done that. It makes me shit straight fire out of my ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love jalapenos.
Oh, yeah.
You need to get you one, Jay.
No, I'm good.
You pick one that ain't got no scallion on it. I'm telling you, man.
Well, I think you're on something, though.
I'm telling you. Oh, my God. This is so good. These are the best ones I've ever done.
Your mouth just had babies.
You know, I've done these where we've also had ham and we've had macaroni and cheese and had a lot more ingredients. These are the best ones, by far, in my opinion. To where I'm like, okay, the show's over. I'm eating these. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate you spending your Black Friday with us. Hope you guys had a good time with your families, eating your food, saying your prayers, eating your vitamins and all that shit. And we'll be coming back next week with a brand new episode. In the meantime, you can keep up with us on the YouTubes where I'll post all the episodes. And
also you can text 336-330-1516 anytime if you're watching this on YouTube and
prayer request
or whatever. You know,
get it in there.
We may play it on the show.
Yeah, text something on there and we'll talk about it on the show. We'll make a good time out of it. Oh man! Also a special in the end here. Special send off for Charles Manson. He's dead.
He was crazy, man.
Yeah, he's dead. So I won't say we ain't gonna take a shot for him or God bless him or none of that. He's just dead, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. So thanks for joining us at Grown Man Record Night.
Borscht.
And we'll catch you next week
on the flip side.
Good Lord willing, creek don't rise, and we'll see you then.
All right.